Is your current success putting a lot of demands on you? If you're good at what you do, and you are, then everyone wants you. But that's no way to scale. If you're delivering spectacular results, you should be commanding higher fees, working with only the best clients. Welcome to the Hands Off CEO podcast, where world-class agency owners and consultants learn how to fully monetize their expertise and scale profits by doing less. Here's your host, Mandi Ellefson.
Many people wonder, how do you be able to actually increase your price point? But more importantly, that they don't actually think it's possible for them. And the reason why is because they don't know how to sell it. They're like, how do I actually sell it? If I'm already having a hard time being able to get the certain fees that we're charging now, how am I going to be able to charge even more? And why should I charge more if we don't have enough business now? So even more importantly, how do I find more of those kind of clients that will actually pay more? Well, here's the thing is that it's not about finding those elusive clients that have bigger budgets. It's actually about the clients that are right in front of you being able to inspire and open up the biggest budgets that they have, budgets that they don't even know that they will open up. Because when you share a really great outcome with them, now all of a sudden the budget that was taken off the table or that they were not willing to give you will be opened up. Just case in point, I had a partner of ours reached out to us today, and we were about ready to cancel on something because we weren't getting the results we were hoping for out of it. And he gave an irresistible offer, and I said, yep, now the budget's right back on the table. And this happened it was a simple conversation, and it went from being really excited it went from we're done and this was a great service up to this point, but we're going a different direction now, leaving friends, but to, hey, we actually want to go double down and continue working with you because you just shared a pathway that we're really quite excited about. So that's what it comes down to is like being able to inspire the budgets. Oftentimes not a different client. Sometimes it's a different client, but you can do this with the same clients you have right now. And I'm going to share with you a case study on this. It's just in progress right now. One of our clients, newer clients, this team has been with us for about 5 weeks, not very long, but we are now breaking down their offer. We are retooling it and helping them be able to see how do you be able to deliver the biggest result in the first 90 days so that ultimately you can pay for your entire service over 12 months and make it be free. And that is oftentimes one of these equations that we work with on our clients, their offers in their business, so that we can make it absolutely irresistible. And we create what we call an ROI Builder Offer. So we have an irresistible offer, and that's for a 12-month period of time. It might even be multiple year-long engagement, but it's for a 12-month engagement where you're really getting those retainers that you want. You have that predictable income that's coming in. But here's the thing: is your clients, they don't really care about the predictable income in your company. They care about how much cash is coming out of their company, right? So a retainer, it doesn't sound like a very good option for them. And this business was actually sharing how people will join and they'll pay us $5,000 a month. For a long time, it was a couple $1,000 a month or little projects here and there. And we finally have gotten up to $5,000 a month. But, they want to say, well, you know what? Why don't we just go on this for 3 months and then we'll see. We probably want to take things from there. Ultimately, what they were saying is we don't see value in doing this ongoing because we know that the hardest work is going to be the first 3 months. And then after that, you're probably going to put us on a set and forget type of retainer where it's really good for you, but not so good for us. And that is the battle that happens. So how do you be able to align these interests? And so knowing that first 90 days is going to be a lot of work, how do you be able to charge up front for the work that you're doing in there, but deliver such an amazing outcome for them that they're like, yes, we're on track. We definitely need to do this. So unfortunately, what ends up happening is a lot of that first 30 days, first 90 days even is it's like information gathering mode. It's getting everything together so that we can understand it. And the problem is that the client, again, doesn't want to spend all this money so that you can understand their business. They want to spend the money to be able to get results and as quickly as possible. So how do you engineer your services so that you're going to be able to get those results as quickly as possible? And this is a challenging question that our clients go through in this process of designing their irresistible offer. And the first 1 or 2 steps should be your ROI, where at that point you should have your ROI zone be within that. If you can get it within 90 days, you're going to be able to have a much more compelling offer. So in this case, this particular client, we're breaking down what his sales process looks like as they go through this. So what you want to do is the simplest way to be able to sell, an offer that's 6 figures or multiple 6 figures, or maybe even 7 figures, is to be able to do a very good discovery. But the problem is that if you do a very good discovery and you don't get paid for it, then what happens is you have call after call and they stretched out months and months before. So simplify that, eliminate all that back and forth craziness, and structure your process to be able to guide them through this discovery, this paid discovery that you're going to get paid for. It doesn't matter if you get paid a couple $100 or a couple $1,000. The point here is that they're going to put money down so that they actually will value the process, and that you can very clearly orchestrate how the process is going to go down. It's a lot easier to do that when you're actually getting paid to do it than if you're doing it for free, right? If you're doing it for free, they kind of walk all over you, and then you're sitting there chasing them, right? So what you want to do is have a first free call to be able to sell this paid diagnostic. You don't want to call it paid diagnostic. Nobody wants to pay for you to be able to do a discovery session, right? So what you want to do is like jam pack this full of some goods there, where you're actually walking them through an assessment together, and you're doing it together so that they can have an awareness around where their biggest challenges are, what's really holding them back, and also for you to paint a picture about the real impact of them doing nothing, which is typically your biggest competitor. Your biggest competitor is not them choosing someone else. Oftentimes it's them doing nothing, right? So we want to look at what is the cost of them not getting support with this, and then what is the impact if you actually support them to do this. And this is what put together this ROI calculator to help them see, this is what it looks like right now. This is what it's costing you right now. If we put this in place, this is how much you're going to make from this. And this, by the way, is how I have personally gone and sold six-figure contracts myself too, and how we've been able to help our clients sell six-figure and seven-figure contracts. And I have to say, our clients have done better than I have on this, right? So it's fun to be able to see them grow and expand and have this for their use cases for, in some cases, very large projects that they're manufacturing, and in other cases, they're helping a company exit where the impact is on a, multiple $1 million level, where like they can literally be helping them add another $10 million of take home from the exit that they wouldn't have otherwise had. So I'm saying this applies at all levels, right? But going back to this paid diagnostic, you're gonna charge anywhere for a couple $100 up to a couple $1,000. You don't want to charge a very large amount on this unless you're really good at sales and you have a very good process for this. Then you can jump ahead of this step. But you know what? I don't know that I would. It just makes a lot more sense to be able to do this right and spend 2 or 3 sessions to be able to make sure you really understand the problem and that you bring a very good solution to them that makes a lot of sense for their situation. And the next step is going to be your ROI Builder Offer. Your ROI Builder Offer, in this case, this company, they had gotten up to $5,000 a month, and clients were willing to spend, up to a few months, right? Now, so let's say that they had gotten up to a year engagement it's about $60,000. But what we did is we looked at, what could you deliver for them in this amount? And what they saw is they were able to actually impact the company in very impactful ways and really be able to add $1 million of annual recurring revenue to this company. That wasn't just like top card. They're like, yeah, of course we could do that. No, it was going through the process, really looking at what are the success conditions we need to have in place for us to do our best work. Who is the best work for? Who's the target market for this? Who have we worked with that this really aligns with? And then how can we package this up? So in packaging this up, they said it's $1 million over this 12 months, but you know what? That's too long to wait. So what could we do in 90 days? So what they could do in 90 days is add at least 100,000. And for the amount of selling systems that they put in place, and it's an extremely high value service that they're putting in there that has a very big outcome, that is $100,000 right off the bat, but it actually builds their pipeline hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's so valuable. And it makes a difference between them taking this whole system. They could take the system with anyone really at this point and get an unbelievable return because now this thing is functioning in the business that was broken before. And this ROI Builder Offer, this gentleman, our client, I said, what do you want to charge for it? He's like, $90,000. I was like, well, okay. I would have been happy if him saying 40 or 50,000, but I'm like, all right, 90,000. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in selling this? He's like, 10. And before, he couldn't even dream of charging that much for a year. But now he knows that he wants to charge that much for this 90-day period of time. And even if he only gets half of it, he's in a really good position. And the reason why is because he now sees the value in the services that they're providing. He sees what it's really worth. And he sees that when we have these success conditions in place and we evaluate our clients based upon that, and we say, you have these things in place, we know we can deliver that. That's what gives him the confidence. That's why he can confidently go and sell this. So we had this conversation and he's like, all right, I got a sales call in an hour now. So that he went and jumped on that sales call and it went really well. To be able to sell your services for a higher price point and not leave money on the table, you need to be looking at how do you be able to deliver a bigger result for your client sooner so that they can see the impact. sooner. They can feel it. And how do you be able to bring it to life? And then one of the ways that we do that was with an ROI calculator to help them see that while you're doing that in that paid discovery, and you're really showing them a plan and a roadmap, but you get paid for that. Even if it's a couple $100, they've got some skin in the game so that you can orchestrate your sales process the way you want it. And then on top of that, when you've dialed in that process, it becomes more of a delivery process. It's much easier to delegate out the selling to your team so that you're not the only one doing sales anymore. This is how you'll be able to go from $60,000 in 12 months to $90,000 in 90 days. This is one of many examples how to do this. And ultimately, if you want to be more profitable in your company, you need a better offer and have it be more compelling and make it easier to sell. Just make it easier on yourself and give your clients what they actually want to buy. They want to buy outcomes. They don't want to buy deliverables. They don't want to buy your services. They want actual tangible outcomes. Show them a vision of what they cannot see, and they will choose your company and not consider anyone else. This is Mandi Ellefson. I am with Hands Off CEO. This is my company, Hands Off CEO. If you would like to learn more about this, I've got a masterclass coming up in a couple weeks. And then in this masterclass, I'm going to share with you exactly how you build bigger case studies, how you look at the success conditions and evaluate what success conditions do we need to do our very best work, and use that to be able to get clear on who your most ideal client is. And then when you know who that is, then it's so much easier to know where to find them, what messages you need to say to them, and ultimately how to be able to sell your services for what they are truly worth, so that you can get paid what you need to deliver a really exceptional result, and without you, because then you'll be able to afford to pay people who are actually really good to do the service and who may actually be even better than you. If you are interested in attending this masterclass, it's $100. Type masterclass below, and I'd be happy to give you a link for how you can join us. Mandi Ellefson from Hands Off CEO signing off.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Hands Off CEO with Mandi Ellefson. If you want to work less and make more, make sure you subscribe and get a new episode every week, and help spread the word by leaving a review.